asked myself this question earlier today, I thought the answer should be easy, especially as Nigeria's democracy is still young and we have only had quite a few democratic presidents. After spending a couple of hours pondering on this, it hits me that maybe it wasn't that easy. So after gathering points, I decided to focus on just two, the incumbent presidents and the most recent past presidents, since our memories of their tenures should still be fresh. This article is from opera.com. Former President Goodluck Jonathan definitely shines in a number of ways. His achievements speak for him. One of my favorite things about this former president is his personal his personality. He was known as the calm person, loving president of Nigeria. He redeemed the image of not just Nigeria but that of Africans in the international community. He painted Africa as a continent capable of practicing true democracy. Not only did this he embodied the characteristics of a true leader. He also made conscious effort to put his cabinet in the hands of technocrats who had proven beyond reasonable doubt in their fields of finance, agriculture, etc., to be capable of running the affairs of a nation. There are a number of things I have come to appreciate and highlighted as the favorite achievement of the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan-led federal government of Nigeria. They include the following. 1. In education, the president saw the creation of 125 Amajiri schools in 13 northern states and 27 special guest schools, and also the 100 Presidential Special Scholarship for Innovation and Development. 2. Just before Jonathan left office, CNN Money projected that Nigeria's economy in 2015 would become the third fastest growing economy in the world, at 7% behind China at 7.3% and Qatar at 7.1%. 3. Under the government of Goodluck Jonathan, the average life expectancy in Nigeria rose from 47 years in 2010 to 54 years in 2015. 4. Under the government of Goodluck Jonathan, Nigeria's gross domestic product rose to $503 billion in 2013 and became Africa's largest economy and 26th in the world, from 3rd to 4th respectively. 5. It is common knowledge that under the government of Goodluck Jonathan, prices of food and other household items remained relatively stable and inflation was down to single digits. Number 6. Under the Goodluck Jonathan administration, Nigeria became the #1 destination for foreign direct investment in Africa, with the numbers rising from $24.9 million in 2007 to over $35 billion in 2014. Number 7. Under the government of Goodluck Jonathan, Nigeria successfully fought the Ebola outbreak and achieved recommendable success to the admiration of the rest of the world. Number 8. Under the Goodluck Jonathan government, 38.3 billion naira grant was given to Nollywood to encourage their contribution to national GDP, which in turn led to a boost in the economy via the entertainment sector, and Nigeria became biggest economy in Africa, overtaking South Africa. Number 9. Under Goodluck Jonathan government, over 25,000 kilometers of federal roads were delivered from just a quarter of that number in 2011. Number 10. Under the government of Goodluck Jonathan, the Nigerian railway system were brought back to life after about 30 years of no activity. However, the administration of President Buhari made several promises which the citizens are yet to see any signs of. One good example, which can only be bought or can be thought of as ridiculous, is the promise of 1 naira to $1 exchange rate. Does the current government even care about fulfilling their promises? Did they have in mind all along that they will be elected and not work towards fulfilling their promises to Nigerians? Could it be we are impatient? How much longer do we have to wait? The confidence of the masses in the current administration seems really low, as can be gathered from the number of protests and opposition to government policies. So while we await the completion of this tenure to properly conclude on this administration's performance, here are some revelations about President Buhari's uh, personality that might interest you. The information is provided by the Public Library of United States Diplomacy through Wikileaks, an international non-profit organization that publishes news leaks and classified media provided by anonymous sources. Founded, founded by the controversially popular Julian Assange, documents reads in part. Like President Obasanjo before the 1999 election, General Buhari's political experience is limited to that of military head of state. Buhari came to power as a result of a 1983 New Year's Eve coup against the democratically elected Shehu Shagari. The eviction of Shagari came as a welcome relief, as did Buhari's promise to root out corruption. That relief, however, was short-lived, as Nigerians watched despairingly, despairingly as the regime's promises to revive the economy and wipe out rampant corruption withered during 20 months of heavy-handed, largely ineffective rule. In May 1984, Buhari ordered the brutal expulsion of 700,000 illegal immigrants from neighboring African states, jailed hundreds of political opponents, and muzzled a once aggressive press. His loyalty to the military also came into question, as he dismissed 30,000 soldiers as a cost-cutting measure. Buhari also sourced Nigeria's relation with Britain when he was accused of masterminding a clumsy and unsuccessful attempt in July 1984 to kidnap President Shagari's brother-in-law, former Transport Minister Umaru Dikko. This made global news and was an embarrassment to Nigeria. Moreover, Buhari undermined traditional rulers throughout Nigeria, slashing their benefits and questioning their authority. Do you think the current government is capable of delivering in their promises before this tenure runs out? Do let us know what you think about all of these things. So guys, we've heard it all, but in my opinion, everybody usually have opinion. I always have my own opinion, and I will say it the way it is. You will say it the way it is, and irrespective of how we talk about this, the politicians, you still have to just make your opinion or your submission known, or you state it respectively or respectfully. I think that's the word, respectfully. You don't need to start saying, "Oh, your head is like this, your hand is like this." No, he's far beyond that. One thing I just want to say concerning this whole thing, like I always say, that there is no government that does not, get involved in one project or the other. Just like they have talked about a good luck Jonathan. In my opinion, with all of these things that we have talked about, of course, maybe even as Buhari came in, maybe he would have built on all of those things, then we would have seen the difference. But even at that time, even when Jonathan was there, we were still complaining. There was this complaint, and the poverty was alarming. And you'll be surprised, even by the time Buhari leaves, too, people will start mentioning, "Oh, he did this, he did this, he did this," and that's why I'm not really moved at what they do. Each of them in their administration, I'm not moved at all. I'm not perturbed, and I'm not moved at all, because what I'm always concerned is that, okay, after all said and done, after all of those things that you have calculated, you have made mention, then what have they resorted to? What is now the end point? That is the problem. Me, when I will know that a country is moving forward, it is when an ordinary man, the level of poverty must have been reduced. Because it's the same Goodluck Jonathan that said he made a one man, the richest man in Africa or in Nigeria, which is really, to me, it's really hurting. I'm very, very painful. How can you say, out of how many millions? Okay, let's say they're always costing 160 million, 180 million. Out of all of those people, we are not even talking about, okay, 10 million people 1 million people, 5 million people. We are not talking of 20 million people, just one person. Because at the end of the day, we saw all of those things that really went bad. But maybe all of this is, if they are like they are said, or like it has been stated, if Adibi Buhari now came in and built on all of those things, it would have been a better thing. Because at the end of the day, you look back and forth, where are we today? Because the situation was still bad then. Even they will tell you, oh, we were buying rice, a bag of rice for 8,000 naira, this and this and this and that. Dollar was say 200 naira to $1 and what have you. Even at that, a lot of people were suffocating. A lot of people were really hungry. They will tell you about agriculture then. So I don't just understand, with all of these things, even right from inception, right from the time of independence up to today, what have we gained? Where are we now? We are nowhere. We are nowhere. And I always say that, why is it that instead of us to be moving forward, and instead of us to say, oh, this one was not good, and what we're having is even worse, then we will now be going back and be relating to that which we were even condemning. Then how do we move forward? We now use that as a standard. We ought to say no, 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 no to all of those, even before good luck, even before whatever, even the military era and all of that. Because even the military era, some people tell you, oh, yeah, during Babangida time, oh, they love it, oh, chop, I chop. What kind of a thing is that? We are supposed to be progressive. We are supposed to be using good things as example, as a yardstick, not even something that we rejected before. And I will continue to say it anywhere this video will get to. There is no government that does not get involved in one project or the other, but the scale of that project or the scale of the development is what we are talking about. Because if you sum everything up at the end of the day, where are we today? We are nowhere. We are nowhere until I will see an ordinary man that can feed himself three times a day. We will not see all those people or children out of school. We will not see the crave to go outside the country will be reduced. That is when you will know that a country is moving forward. A situation whereby the so-called politicians are so they are so rich, and nothing can be done about it. Why their counterparts in other countries are really, on the average, and their people are well to do to a very large extent. And when we come back to our side, reverse is the case. The gap between the rich and the poor is wide open, which we don't even know how it's going to be covered. Oh, that is when we will know that yes, we are going somewhere. But for us to be comparing, oh, this person was this and this and that, to me, it shows that we don't have we don't get level. We don't even get standard. We don't even know what we want. We don't even know what we want, because all of those things that has been said, where are we today? But unfortunately, this present administration came again to worsen the whole situation. Where are we going to start from? And the irony of the whole thing is that another government will come, you will see that Nigerians will start praising this one that we're even talking about. This is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Because now what is happening now is giving an opportunity to even go back to what we used to say, oh, no, that wasn't the way. That wasn't the way. But now we are beginning to say, oh, that would have been better. It's very, very unfortunate. But this administration, from what we have seen, from all indications, we don't even know where we are going. We don't even know where we are going. And they are not even ready to learn. We are not ready to learn. And the reason why, we are still going back to make reference to the administration of this present government, specifically the president, when he was the uh, military head of state then, and compared to what is happening now, for people who said no, 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 don't let this man come in because he's going to be disastrous. They are so confident that they know what they said. And this man, meanwhile, a lot of people felt that, oh, he has changed. That time and this time, it's not the same thing. 1983 or 84 to 2015, that was a long time. It would have changed. But unfortunately, the man just proved himself to be even to make those who even condemned it coming then happy that no, we said it. It's just unfortunate that it couldn't even change. It's very, very unfortunate. See what we are getting today. See what we are seeing. See where we are today. It's very, very unfortunate. So, like I said, you have your opinion concerning this article. I said my own concerning this article, and that is what we've been experiencing even as a people on a daily basis. So we have to hear your own take. Let's hear your take. Leave your comment below and let's have your take.